My sister, a 22-year-old female, told me, an 18-year-old male, over lunch that I would be uninvited to her engagement party if I did not get a haircut. I have a complicated relationship with my hair. A few years ago, I was going through a very difficult time, and I would completely shave my head every other week or so. I will not get into the details of that, but to make a very long story short, things got better for me, and I started to grow out my hair again. Ever since I did, I constantly get asked by my family when I would be getting a haircut, and I usually just shrug it off and tell them I do not want to. Questions slowly turned into rude remarks and insults, but I always tried to ignore them because I told myself they could not have known this was a difficult topic for me. My sister has been planning her engagement party for a few months now, and the demands to get a haircut have increased significantly. It has become the only thing we talk about. I started to get a little frustrated, and any time someone asked me, I would give them very firm answers and ask them to stop. At one point, I had an argument with my mom about this, and I opened up to her and explained why I did not want to cut my hair. She stopped bothering me about it, and it made me so happy. Today, I was talking to my sister at lunch when she brought it back up again. She said, "About your hair, are you going to come to my engagement party looking like that?" I stared at her for a second in disbelief and asked, "Are you serious?" She then said, "You are not coming then." Obviously, I was extremely hurt by this, but I did not want things to escalate, so I simply told her, "Fine," and tried to keep eating my food without crying. She kept berating me for a good 10 minutes and telling my mom to say something. I sat there in silence, trying to ignore her. Her reasoning was that she did not want me to embarrass her in front of her fiancé's family because I looked like a junkie, and she did not want to be associated with me. I could not take her screaming at me anymore, so I went to my room. A few minutes passed, and I overheard my sister talking about me in the living room, telling my mom to stop feeding into his delusions. At this point, I fully lost my mind. I barged into the living room and told her that if she had an issue with me, she could say it to my face. It turned into an awful screaming match, with her repeatedly saying that she did not care and that she could do whatever she wanted. My mom gave me a look and said, "She is mad at you because she cares and wants you to come." And that is where things ended. At this point, I feel like I should just be the bigger person and cut my hair, but I know that it would make me extremely unhappy. It just feels like this has been blown so far out of proportion, and I do not know how to deal with it. Am I the asshole? Update. Thank you all for your responses. I wanted to clear up some of the confusion. First, my hair is clean. I shower regularly, and I take care of it. I use products such as oils to maintain my hair and to style it. I also regularly trim my ends and shave the short parts. Second, I have gotten haircuts at the salon after starting to grow it. I have a mullet or wolf cut with short bangs. I prefer not to go to the salon too often because it is a huge source of anxiety for me, and, to be honest, I do not feel like paying. Third, I did not think this would be necessary to say, but I feel like it might be. I am a closeted queer person, and my family is very religious. My hair is the only way I can somewhat express my queerness safely, but apparently not. My sister wants me to get that one haircut with the fades and short hair on top. It is not an issue of hygiene. She and most of my family just want me to conform. And just to be clear, I do not keep my hair like this out of spite or to rebel. I genuinely like the way I look this way. I got to talk to my mom earlier about what happened, and I told her that I respect my sister's choice and that I would not be attending the party. She told me to stop talking about it and that we would cross that bridge when we get to it. So, I guess we will see what happens.